I think Blazers on the ball. He's like, it's not gonna happen by itself.
This phone.
Hey
I
Zerk,
think it's just Apple.
how you doing?
Hey Zerk.
This just feels like crap. There you go.
Oh geez, yeah.
Well, at least.
Yeah, the weather here is getting worse and worse.
Thanks, James. I appreciate it. Welcome.
Thank you, James. This Thursday, Double Tap is out.
If I could find a way to get there, I'd go. James, what's up? What's new with you? What's going on? Welcome. I appreciate it.
My cat has been following me everywhere. Literally, our cat's Spicy. You can't go to the bathroom without her going out to the door, and you can hear her fur rub against it.
Yeah,
and then she goes, meow, 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 just like that.
She'll like run with me behind me to the bathroom.
I'll hear my dad's feet go faster, close the door, and then he's like, Spicy!
Can I have some privacy?
Can I have some privacy?
God. I have to run so the cat doesn't catch up to me. Awkward. I appreciate it. How you doing? Welcome. A refresh reminder, people. Whenever that shows up, it shows up every stream. It hasn't not showed up in a year. So since I've been doing this. So welcome. I'm gonna play some football. My team isn't a very good team. It hasn't been for 7 seasons. I think the most I had it up to is 80. I think it's at a 79 right now. Let's find out. Did you share it on all 3, Maddie?
Yep.
Okay, let me share this. Let me write my Twitter. If you guys got Twitter, by the way, can you type the Twitter for them?
Can you?
Okay, everybody's gonna have to wait. I got other stuff I gotta do. Somebody type Twitter at Monstar Factory for me.
Well, I thought you might go to Twitter and get the link, because I was like...
Type it in chat, I said. Type in chat. Well, Giants are awesome. They're doing okay this season. They need Saquon Barkley back, though. They'd be a lot better.
What's your Twitter?
At Monstar Factory.
Are there any capitals, or is it just all lowercase?
Capital M, capital F. At Monstar Factory, one word.
So there's not a capital on the S?
No. My team not... Well, what's my record? I can't even see. Can you read up? I can't see that far. What's my record?
6-2.
6-2. I'm doing okay, apparently. Even though I got really crappy team, like 78, 79 overall all the time, I seem to be doing okay. There's my Twitter. If you guys go follow it, anybody watching the replay, I will follow you back. That's how I do things. Appreciate it. Just killing some time before Shifty at Platinum Dragon Studios goes live around 5 o'clock. Just killing a little bit of time. Getting some frickin' hours in. The struggle is real. So close, but yet so far. If you guys got Twitter, you can share this out. If you got community tab, share it out. I appreciate it. When aren't the Jets in trouble, Zerk? It's awesome they beat the Dallas, though. That was kind of funny. I rather enjoyed that. If anybody can retweet my tweet, tweet away. Twiddly-dee, twiddly-dee. Go rockin' Robin. Okay, let's do this. Footy football time, season 7. I haven't been fired, amazingly. I got being fired as an option. I should have been fired really bad one season because I was the second worst team. I got the second overall draft pick. I should have been fired because I set my goal like at 9 wins and I got like 4. I don't know how I wasn't fired, but I wasn't fired, so I'm grateful. And I thank God they didn't, because last season I got us to the Super Bowl magically, finally. We didn't win, but we're only 79 teams, so there's that. Yeah, is what it is. See, I'm only 79 now. My team has been no better than an 80, I believe, in 7 seasons. It just won't get better. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is what it is. Make the best with what you got, I guess. That garbage stinks bad. Is there turkey in it?
Yeah.
That's why.
Wrap it twice though.
Maybe open up the kitchen window a bit.
I don't know.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football. Good one between the New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolina.
Well, I hope the side chat works, guys. If the side chat doesn't work, keep chatting until it shows up, because I don't have my headphones on. I'm going to listen to rock up some music. Because I play better with music.
Their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Let's have some fun. Let's do this. I can chat with you guys if it shows up inside chat.
They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their
if it doesn't keep typing, I think everything's back to normal. I could be wrong. I think everything showed up today on my wrestling. If you guys missed the super card yesterday, go back and rewatch it. It was my most watched amount of watch minutes ever in the history of my wrestling. Out of 3 seasons of wrestling, it was the most watch minute show yesterday, so we broke history. And it was spur of the moment. I just went with it and made up the supercard. It wasn't even planned. 2:30 in the morning the night before I decided to do it. And it was amazing. I had so much fun doing it and calling it. It was like an old style Survivor Series, 4-on-4 teams, elimination style. But at the end, at least WWF did it back in the day. Your team won, and yeah, we won, high five, and everybody went their own way. At least with mine, they got title shots after for working as a team. Some titles changed, some stayed the same. A lot of fun either way. We had a fun show today on Layer Brand. If you missed Layer Brand show, a lot went down. It was fun and exciting. It was a quick show. Still had 10 matches. They just ended quickly. Everybody getting down to business, I guess.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive.
I'm 6-2.
And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot
You
of guys
shouldn't have to sell your soul.
I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball
and
that
white.
just opens things up for guys who want to throw.
You really ought to know.
And they said balance will be
Those one-track minds. They took you for a working boy.
He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right there in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea.
You have
Double
to
team
jump
somehow.
for
I'm going to have to make
joy.
someone else beat me rather than let
You
him strike my
shouldn't
defense.
have to
So
jump
one play, and
for
they're already
joy.
just shy of midfield.
Check. Patriot.
These are the things I can do without.
They go play
Come
action
on.
here on first down. Blitz coming.
I'm
Down
talking
he
to
goes.
you. There's a little sack for you. Boom, shakalaka.
Now we talk about players
Give
blitzing all the
you
time.
life.
I often laugh and sometimes call it just
And in return, you
running
gave them
start right back to the
hell.
backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean,
Look at that. Boom, shakalaka. Let it all out.
So a tough
These
early
are
challenge
the
here, second and
things
long
I
after
can
the
do
sack.
without. Come on. I'm talking to you. Come on. 2 sacks in a row. Holy crap.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Oh, I got a flag. Crappy. Oh, he moved. So my luck.
Neutral zone infraction.
Defense.
Defense.
There it is. Ah, he moved. Son of a gun.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
Talking
I know it's an
away.
anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Page. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, my turn.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He
Bad.
won it 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center. That was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
Cops
really
are
what I took
running
away from
late.
that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's
Looks
in
so
sync.
phony.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the
I
team
don't
wins.
care.
Brandon, perfect defense
It's
in this
all
situation
right.
would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the
First
playbook,
down.
but oh so
So say a
effective.
piece and
Nice
get
completion
out.
there.
All right, here we go.
Keeps the sticks
I
moving.
get the gist of it.
On the ground,
It's
a
all
Saquon.
right.
And he'll
So
get
you
this
got
to
to feel
about
that
the 40.
way.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The lightning's got
Still able to build a nice solid game.
Touch
The
of
disadvantage of
upgrade.
blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I will survive.
Really nice pickup on first down. Leaves them with second and short. You figured, let's go ahead and run it again. But, boy, that outcome leaves you in a difficult third down, doesn't it?
Didn't stand a chance from the start. You could tell they were going in the wrong direction. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, Holt. And incomplete. The contact made the ball run.
And it appears it's alright.
Free and brings up fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
I will get by.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the...
Now the ball comes loose.
Oh my god, I hit him so hard he fumbled it. I freaking nailed him. Ball popped out. I pressed the button so I hit it quickly and it popped it. That was good timing. I pressed the button just at the right time, it popped. Oh. That's what I'm talking about. A little defense. A boom shakalaka.
You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are
Welcome
and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet.
There's no
right now,
turning
first place
back.
in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team
We
has.
will see you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to.
So you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's a give to Barkley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ain't down with a line. Just
last forever. Everybody wants to.
And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Everybody
Alongside
wants
Charles
to.
Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
That's good. She's doing chores right now, but I'll show it to her in a bit.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll come out in the pistol to throw on 2nd down. Holt, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Extra
Can I
point
be
right
7-2?
down
I
the middle.
don't
And
know.
that makes the
Let's try.
score 7-0.
See if we can get a 7-2
So
record.
that
I
drive
don't know.
spanned 5 plays.
Let me
And
try.
it was finished off by a touchdown
Will
by the New
last
York Giants.
forever.
The
Everybody
kickoff team on the field
wants
now as they will send this one away.
I'll send
This
it
is
to
taken
her.
about 7 yards deep. And no
I'll
run
go
back
see.
here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard
I'll send it to
line.
her.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And this is a
Okay.
unit that frankly doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player,
I can
right?
find her.
Find a
There she is.
matchup, create it, exploit it.
I'll send
and
it
try
to her on
move the
Spirit.
football.
Send.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh, holy crap. If we would have lobbed it a little bit more, give him more time to run to it, that would have been touchdown.
All right, that one fell incomplete
Damn.
there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
Off the play fake. Page.
Oh, yeah, you got to get rid of that.
Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Off play action. Page. Oh, he's got
Nice
it
catch.
wide open.
Nice catch.
Complete.
Nobody's near
Get
him.
it up just short of the 45,
Nice catch.
44. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like them crafty veterans. You get up in
Oh,
your
nowhere to run.
playing receiver, but
I'm gonna run
that
to
position, you're
you.
doing something right.
Just remember
When
this,
the
when he was
feeling's
young,
right
he
up.
thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Oh, listen to little Johnny Cash. Little Johnny.
Daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Some of these play calls,
Hurt
I think they're a little
myself.
conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to
See if
sit
I
up in this
still
booth,
feel.
right, and make all the calls and
Focus
think
on the
everything
pain.
correct.
The only thing
But
that's
I would
real.
like to see them open
Here we go
things
now.
You know.
up,
Green
because otherwise this
39.
defense just can gang up on the
I
run. So
hurt myself.
Looking to throw.
Today.
Page. This one complete to Devin
See
Funches.
if I
And
still
they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled
I'm
there.
focused
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
God, God.
the only thing
Hurry up, here we go.
that's
Green.
when the needle tears
Huge
a
yardage here.
hole.
Back at the 41. It's a
The
loss
old
of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down.
he has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the
All
run
the
and flies him
way.
like a missile to stop that one behind
But
the line
I
of scrimmage.
remember every
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
one have I
And on the ground they go with a running back.
given my sweetest friend.
For a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind,
Goes
partner,
away.
especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. Some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Upon my liar's chair.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Disappear. You are
1st and 10. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
Off the play fake. Page. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Staying alive here.
Charles,
Staying
they
alive.
continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Not anymore. Oh, touchdown.
Down. Touchdown, Carolina. And for the score. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone,
What
short
I've
field.
done for you.
But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that is incomplete.
Damn.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
To Shepard. Way to the left. Here we go.
Back to throw. Holt.
Boom.
Deep.
I tried.
Incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive. Page, and he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some muscle.
Rockin' steady in a daddy's car. Got the stereo with the big guitar. That's alright.
And they were able to successfully complete that one.
Alright.
Finally get him, but not before he reaches the
It's
33-yard
your restless
line.
soul.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal.
Alright.
Get a late timeout as it comes in the waning
So
moments. of
we've
quarter number
been
2.
meant for this since we were born. Since we were born. Coast is clear.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the
This
right hash
must
and call it
be
an
just
even
like
50
living
yards.
in paradise. Just like paradise. Don't wanna go home.
Perfect. So it's an abbreviated halftime show.
This
as we get
must be
rolling to quarter
just like
3.
living in paradise.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And I don't wanna
Fielded
go
about a yard
home.
deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better, probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to.
That's it, that's it. Some
least they'll have a
folks
chance to
say
win this game.
easy come is
can
easy go.
And he had
And
a
some
nice play
folks
there from his free
say
safety position to hold him to nothing.
and
And Brady, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that change in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot.
And I
On that
don't
play,
want
free safety was there, no gain.
He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
barely
7
first down.
yards on the
Holy
quick
crap.
slant and a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And there you go.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down.
And got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
Now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Boom,
now a handoff looking right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Hope got his man complete over the middle. That's Patrick. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Hope It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, damn it. Right to him. I deserve that. That was terrible.
Picked off at the 35. Past the 20.
I deserve that. That was right to him. I need freaking Odell Beckham Jr. back. For another 2 weeks of this.
This has been a tough day for
We'll be losing for a while.
Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult.
Can't get the running game going.
Credit to the secondary.
On first down, Page. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Now they try the right side here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping, maybe just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now if they stop it.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Run with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit, get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Back to throw. And he is not going to get away.
Oh, there it is. Oh, no. Couldn't get it off. In the potty's over.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close
2
out
more
the
weeks
game.
with
Don't
an
even
old
let
Al
that become an
Beckham.
issue.
Damn.
But still a
Not good.
one-possession game.
Not
This one not
good.
fully over yet.
Not good, people.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
Time for a little M&M.
So for Carolina, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A handoff to Barkley, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holt. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much.
And he's hurt, and there it
Try to get
is.
the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
I'm brother, like a diamond here, Patrick.
Holt. And this is going to be
Oh.
incomplete.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very...
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there.
No good. Of course.
No
There it
good.
is.
And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Throwing on 1st down. Blanchard. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for
You
this. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and come back on their heels.
Oh, it was hit at the line.
Oh, nice.
Collision intercepted.
Look at that.
Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw on 2nd down. Holt to Shepard, complete over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun on 3rd down. Holt. A battle for
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me.
Picked off at the 25.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. First carry for Darius Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid game on that play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Holt. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that 1st down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. How's it going, bro?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick.
What's up?
So
Yeah.
is the pickup, and that'll lead
Good
to
to
a
see you.
3rd down. And there they
Seriously.
went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the
How you
passer
doing?
and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same
I'm
page
okay.
with the guy throwing the football.
Been better, been worse.
You're throwing it in front of the
I got a
zone.
flag.
Sometimes you're throwing it
'Cause,
between
you
the
know.
zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there.
There it
It's
is.
a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
So a decent game,
Still 3rd
all
down.
for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun. Holt. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 11.
Tough game, tough
lead
game.
to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then
Holy
execute,
crap.
isn't it? Guard the 1st down.
That's terrible.
Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
They've been on a slippery slope the last decade. The Giants are no freaking better.
And the Giants send out their
We're no good without
as
Saquon.
he's on to punt for the first time this
That's for sure.
afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue.
Yeah, but at least we're doing better than the Jets. Holy man, that's terrible.
Washington as they come onto the field. This is their third drive right now. Maybe.
How was that comeback last night from Green Bay? Penalty after penalty. I honestly thought the Lions were going to win yesterday. How about you? Yeah, I was being generous. I would have said 15 years anyway. And I thought, oh, I'll say 10. Yeah, but you're probably right. It's been Giants have been hot and cold. They've been all over the place. At least I see them win 2 Super Bowls with my own eyeballs, or 3. 3, I think. I think they won it when I was in elementary school back in the day. So 3. Some people don't get to see their team win at all. I'll take it. I'm happy. I'll die happy.
Guys with a carry on second down.
Look at this game. This game's AI is so full of crap.
Before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Brutal.
He does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch.
Did you see the game last night with Detroit though? That was like. That hurt, man. The refs are playing for Green Bay.
A reminder: once we hit halftime, as we do.
They got penalties for breathing.
Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games.
Penalty. Lions. Take a breath. I thought they had the game. I really did. Boy, was I wrong.
11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Off play action. Blanchard.
This game's brutal, man. The AI is just like slaughtering me. I'm getting the wind out of my sails here. This is going to be game number 3 in a row loss. It sense it. Not a freaking thing I can do about it. Without my first stringer wide receiver. I got to play one more game without him. And it's been hell. It's pure hell. Oh wow. Wow, my defense did something. Slow golf spot. Oh, look at you. Such a big boy.
Many times when you talk about
got your big boy pants on.
You get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to.
I think I'm on the highway to hell. No stop signs, no speed limit. Ain't nobody gonna slow me down.
Digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Blanchard. And an incomplete.
This is painful.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Yeah, I was like, when they were kicking butt at the beginning, that's Minerva's team, eh? You probably know that. Detroit, and I was like, oh, they're doing really good, they're doing really good. She's like, you always have a way of screwing it up. That's what she always says, and she's always right. Like, she was talking about the penalties yesterday, she was like, she didn't watch the game, but I guess she heard and saw things in groups and stuff.
And that is incomplete.
Yeah. Not good.
But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right.
All the freaking penalties they got were ridiculous. Yeah, she always says that. She always says they have a way of screwing it up.
And it's 3-0 as the Reds
kind of sad.
strike first. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment.
Oh, 47 seconds. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to whip the freaking football. Because, why the hell not? I'm on the highway to hell.
Set to go again as we look at the back, heading
Let's
on
do
the
it.
field again. And for him, it's been pretty
I am a rebel.
Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game
good luck,
yet.
Shepard.
The question is, will they?
On a wing and a prayer. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Holt. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And
there it is.
Picked off. That's one
I'm
you
keep trying.
expect your roaming free safety to come up with.
Why not?
But it's second
Why
down.
not?
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back.
No freaking time left.
In the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line.
Shepard again.
Throwing again. Holt. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it.
So
Thought he might
close.
have had
But
position,
yet so
couldn't hold
far.
on third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, Holt. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that
I just about caught it.
had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
He's not gonna make it
Yeah,
easy
pretty
for
much.
you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the Giants send out their punter now. As he'll kick
I had to
it
try
for
it.
the second time.
There you go.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
You got enough for 2 plays, maybe?
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official.
So let's
distance.
assume they're gonna
And
fling it.
control of the
Let's go
football, switching hands
deep
with
defense.
very little time remaining until the half.
Just in
The
case.
clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line
In
up
case these
first
sons
and
of bitches
10.
get brave.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They start on the ground with Geis. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And off to halftime. Well,
So we
only
have
3
come
points,
upon
only 3.
halftime, and
Could be
we
worse.
proceed to the start of the second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the
All right past the Madden. Oh, he got him. Wow. Wow. Lucky. That would have been all the way.
Trying to hit
Wow.
a little bit more with some things they didn't see in
Yeah.
the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and he rifles one.
Well, that
that's
just happened.
intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
Look at
And
me.
they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Just
First
don't stop
possession,
believing, right?
third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door.
Okay, is my like running backpack? And he's out for the game. And 2 more weeks. I thought there was only 1 more week for Odell. So that sucks and that sucks. Okay. Moving on.
And running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A
Moving
real dud
on.
for that
Has
one.
that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's got this down to the 35. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Oh, my second stringer running back isn't too shabby.
You almost forget that someone has to carry
Not
the
bad,
ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And on the ground they go with a running back.
Did they push him in the first down? I hope they pushed him.
25.
Oh no,
It'll be
so
a gain
close.
of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming
Whoa.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Well,
I gotta go see that. That used to be my quarterback. I'm just realizing it. He's an 85 now? You gotta be kidding me. Okay.
They went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holt. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They stay on the ground, Geis again, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still third down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Blanchard. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Blanchard. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
From the gun, Blanchard. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Ball start.
And they connected
Offense.
there and picked up a first down.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Operating from the gun. Blanchard firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up second down. To throw on second down. Blanchard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Looking to throw. Blanchard. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
No. Check. Patriot.
Geis receives the pitch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
On 3rd and 2, Blanchard. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
You just sent it now?
Apparently at 4:38, but I didn't get a notification.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Holt. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar.
Back to throw. Holt. On the crossing route, complete. It's Shepard. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Looking to throw. Holt. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Holt, open man right side is Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Holt. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll run it here, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game.
Here we go now.
Right back to him on first down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. To throw on second down. Holt. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places in the football.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect
Am I gonna win? Dun, dun,
a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker to put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed the.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, right now it's talking about service animals. And whenever I see a service animal on the bus, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. You're doing such a great job. Oh my god, I can't touch you and I can't distract you, but you're really cute and precious. You're doing a fantastic job.
And the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
4 down, 4 down. Now let's go.
Spicy. Come here. Yeah, as you were saying before, she'll like follow you and stuff. She'll follow you around, and then she'll go meow, 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 and then you're like, what do you want? Like you'll hold her. She'll still keep meowing. She just meows for like no reason. She has food, water, litter. She just wants attention. Or she'll have like a sock or a mouse, or like a little toy mouse in her mouth, and then as she has it in her mouth, she's like meow, 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 and then you hear a little jing jing, little jingle because she drops the toy.
Okay. It's just a fluffy baby.
She is. She's just a fluffy little baby. She's like 8, but like she was born in 2013.
Throwing on first down.
So
Throw left side complete. That's Patrick.
or did we get her in
But
2013?
not before reaching the 45.
Yeah, no, she's not 6. She's 11. Yeah, she's 8. Okay.
5-yard line.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State.
Not bad.
And across the
Not at
midfield,
all.
stripe
Just
into
get back to
Eagle
my injury.
territory. It's a 6-yard
take that.
pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Keep on giving 6 yards.
Charles, they won last week despite him not
I
running the
didn't
ball
do it
well. They
today.
told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us
That
about
sucks.
leaning on him
Timeout.
because,
I
as
know
you
what
know,
player calls.
last week they didn't have to.
So how can they
Still
do
won the
something
ball
they
game.
don't
They leaned
know?
on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holt. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Well, you'll see. The 4th quarter, they start eating their stuff.
Oh,
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Willis. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Man 5-7. What's your son?
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
The Eagles send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Take it at the 37.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So that one will be
Automatic
accepted.
first down.
Oh, backwards. Oh, you know you're gonna be able to do it for any face that we need?
I just searched it up and that's on 2K19. We should try after this.
Well, don't worry about this game. We'll go over about 2K20. We'll start doing it. If you can do it for me, that'd be amazing. Like, that'll help big time.
We could test it out on 2K20, I mean 2K19, and see how all it works.
Backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The New York Giants offensively, their starters, and one guy out wide to take a look at Sterling Shepard.
A really mature man in every way coming out of Oklahoma. Personally and professionally. You can play him out wide, play him in the slot. He can return punts for you. He's a dynamic playmaker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Holt. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard.
Can you download other people's? Will you know how to do other people's faces?
Perfectly designed blitz right
Let's
there.
say I want Olivia Munn's face on the girl.
To the field because
You
they're
be able
able
to
to
do
free
it?
up their linebacker to get into the backfield. And
Yeah, I don't know how you would get it onto the
Alongside Charles Davis,
PlayStation.
I'm Brandon Gordon, and it's
Also,
the
I need to
Giants
figure
with the
out,
football
not
here
necessarily
as
our
we begin
faces.
quarter number 2.
Other
But they
people.
face a second and
You figure
long
that
to
out?
start things out.
This is upload photo.
Oh, there you go. Oh, they're purple.
Back to throw. Holt got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Now let's go.
This is Barkley.
Got the first down. Oh,
Open space
oh!
inside the 10. And he will take it on.
Got the touchdown.
Plus the score, I didn't think that was going to happen. Can I do a celebration? Yeah, celebration.
Saquon Barkley.
Good for you, Maddie.
Touchdown on the
You happy?
year.
Yeah.
And the
There you go.
Giants are in
Good for
for
Maddie.
6.
I love that.
Well, partner, that was another
You get to pick what celebration you want. You can go up, sideways, down.
Oh.
I didn't know what he was going to do, but I found out. I picked up, I think.
The wide receivers have to block.
I didn't think he was going to make it. I thought he was done.
Good guy carrying the
He's
ball
like a
too, right?
beast.
Oh, without a doubt.
I kept on pressing the square and I made it. Look at this. Look at the pylon cam. I seen the pylon cam once. They hit the pylon and the screen went like this, fuzzy, like you know, static.
Oh my gosh,
Because you hit
really?
the cat cam over. Isn't that cool?
Mhm.
Like that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Extra point
Like
attempt here still to come.
that's some detail. Like they say, look, you know, if we knock over the pylons, if he hits it, let's have it go to static. Okay.
Point after, right
Like,
down the
throw the
middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
Crap, I pressed the back arrow. This is so annoying.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this
My
one
last
away.
game.
So you do the OTA training, and then there's different sections where it's the exact same thing, except each slide is a different heading instead of just having one slideshow. You have to go through each and every slide.
Philadelphia getting set to
Completed.
take the field.
But you've already
And
completed
the
it.
last drive, the first drive for
They
them,
want you
not
to.
very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out what my playmakers are. Get the
Let me guess, I got a face mask?
and maybe the
Let
offense
me wait
move
for
a
it.
little better.
Sometimes it's more
Wait
important
for
to
it.
get to the right people rather than
Personal
dialing
foul.
up the right number.
Face mask.
Exactly.
Or the
Defense.
right play, yeah.
That too.
Oh, he's stupid. Idiots.
So that
Holding,
flag will cost them
face
15.
mask.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the
What does
face
this mean?
mask.
This means
Any
refs suck.
part of it is
You know
going to
that?
be 15 yards.
Yeah, what does this mean? Because I know this means traveling in
It's a battle team,
basketball.
not basketball.
I know, but I've seen them do it before.
Oh, we're on the line of the game. I haven't seen that one.
They run with Barkley. And that play will
Oh,
go
hell, I'm
down.
having a hot
Losing
birthday.
yardage back up near midfield at the 49.
We'll microwave my stuff on our
Now
separate
second
plate.
down.
And
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the
Oh
field
yeah, I'm pumped.
despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed
They
allowed
tried
for
your
great
grandmother to
penetration
use some
as they
leftover
stuffed
turkey.
that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, guys, check me out. Don't go. Quick 20.
Carey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the
Yeah, this is happening. Here, let me send you this. Zerk sent you something that I had to send you. I don't know.
And guess what? It's now 3rd
Skype.
and very
That's from Zerk, the one thing I sent you. That's my cat. And then I'm sending you something that they're having. This game is getting so stupid. Ukes is out of it. You know, Ukes, the game developers are out of it. So the one company's doing everything, and everybody's saying the graphics are worse this year.
For what?
WWE 2K20.
Oh.
The graphics are worse. The storytelling's worse. Like all the modes are worse. They changed the controllers, the control buttons that everybody's been used to for years. They're changing stuff.
Why?
If it's not broke, why would you fix it?
They don't need to run another
You obviously don't play the
before
game.
2-minute warning.
Like, I don't know if things will get worse. I mean, look, they're getting goofy now. Like, they're getting, like, goofy arcade stuff. Like, oh, we'll have magical powers for a finisher and this and that. It's so stupid. Running and stuff, that's cool. Like a Hell Arena. Like, some stuff is cool. And they have a graveyard, what's more perfect for Monster than a graveyard.
Yeah.
Some stuff's cool, but some stuff is like they said it, on your one thing that you pick your comeback, your payback, a zombie hands or hands will come out from under the ground. Like, what? When you haven't seen that in a match? Like they're gonna ruin people's fantasy. Like we can't have that happen. Like, magical stuff happening. So if anybody does that, I guess I hope they can go change their payback.
The game doesn't like that you just got a touchdown.
Yeah, I know.
Always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can break it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And partner,
I can't stop watching that time.
Not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's now one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
These like things that look like cakes.
Couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and goal from the line.
Cakes that look like things.
Oh.
Like a couch one.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Giants. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Looking to throw. Holt. He's going to wind up into a
double
intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to get the football.
I figured 75% chance of that happening. Halftime's
Well, this
coming.
had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with during a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Wide open receiver complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Go. 180.
On second down, here's Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, here we go. 180.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll give it to
There's a
him.
touchdown. There you go.
And he's
Figured.
in for an Eagles
He's not coming.
touchdown.
He's not coming.
Rashad Penny as time expires in the first half. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. The extra point up and good. So we've come to...
Good
And
stuff.
okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Can you actually... I want the hot turkey on
This will be fielded
slice
at
open
the
the
6.
yummy bun. As usual.
And he's up across the 25 and down.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant at first, and then you said bread, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
But you
the buns
want,
are gonna rock.
yeah.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense
Just
first
cut
here
2
in
buns
the
open.
third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
I don't know if you want to heat the gravy separate. No, you don't have to. You can mix the turkey and gravy together and microwave it all together.
Counters, as I
On
also
a
like
plate,
to call
separate
it.
plate.
You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball
The
game.
adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Sunday. Here we go. 180.
Wentz to throw on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open.
Look. It's totally, that's hilarious. This game kills me. This game kills me. Oh, it's so funny. The game hates me when the games are wrong.
Catch and run.
Like not even,
64 yards.
not even close.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field
Not
position there?
even
A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll turn the power game to try to get in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second and goal from the 1. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's going to be
There it
for an
is.
Eagles
Boom.
touchdown. In for the score. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
Script coming out of
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back to throw. Holt. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move.
Hold it all put it away, and the empty basket's in where it should be.
Didn't happen on that play.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Yes. Oh, so close.
Oh my God.
So close. No. I'm gonna do the toss. Let's see if I can do the toss. Play.
Well, as the play call
Run,
comes in on third down, you have to
pitch,
think about 4
to the
down
right,
territory
strong
here.
toss. Where
Down
is
a
it?
few touchdowns,
There
they
it is.
need points, and they need big points.
Let's see.
First
The
and
left.
goal, and they got to be
Okay,
thinking
here
a
we go.
chance to get right
Want to get it
back
off
into this
before the time
football
runs
game.
out. There we go.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley.
Oh, yes. Look at this, Matty.
Into the end zone
There
for
we
a
go.
Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
There we go. Back. 180.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now Perry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Right back to it on 1st down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively.
Oh, yeah, the Connors on time. I think the Connors are on time.
The quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
After I'm done clicking this module.
This is Perry, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better
I think that's Charlotte Flair with brown hair. Did Charlotte Flair ever have brown hair? It looks like her. It's on SS, Sniper Wolf.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also
brings... It says, what's it like to be Meryl Streep without the talent, fame, adoration, or money? That's her. That has to be her. That looks exactly like her with the little...
Why would you have a roast when
No, it's like a Reddit roast me thing. Yeah, so you just post it. She has the mole and everything for last year.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Green, 39! Green!
On 1st and 10, Holt. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
They'll look to throw. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball. They've got to elevate there.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Enough takes a touchdown, a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to let it fly. And,
oh
pressure
shit, there it is.
It's intercepted.
Over.
Picked off
Over.
down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and pull the blame game. These guys are attacking. That last one is offensive line. They lost their leverage very quickly. And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
2nd down, here's Penny. Nice job getting 8 there after the incompletion. And now they're looking at 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Bye, everybody. See you later. This is Rashawn telling you all 3 things that really matter in the end. How you live, how you love, and how you learn to let go. Bye, everybody. I'm going to save this. Progressive. I'm getting off. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching the replay.
They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
Finish the game here.
So for Philadelphia,
I should have Odell back, I think, next time, hopefully, and that's going to make a huge difference. So, yeah. Hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and take care. Bye, everybody. Odell is back. Good.
The sink is so clogged. I don't know how. And the fact there's always a drain thing in it.